I just watched the conference of Trump's response to the Supreme Court decision. He initially starts off saying it's basically a shame, he's disappointed that they decided that, but I don't think the tariffs will stop. But what I noticed about the response, it wasn't a lot of anger, it wasn't a lot of triggering things he was saying. He wasn't doing his normal thing. He did something interesting. And he was basically marketing himself. He was basically saying all the achievements they made in the past year and how things are doing better and how things are improving, which you could statistically check are true. He was selling what they've done this past year. And he was actually getting people to agree that the tariffs were a good thing. Not getting them to agree, but at least selling to them like this is what we've been able to do. And this decision, he didn't say it's exactly, but what he was insinuating is this decision is affecting the progress of the nation. On the course we're on, he's talking about how great the start Mark is doing, and it was the most amazing marketing speech I've ever seen. Because instead of being the evil tyrant that they portray him as being, which I thought that's what made me notice, he didn't do that. Trump is evil, he's bad, Orange Man bad. He didn't go with his normal calling people names stuff, none of that. He just talked about look at all we've achieved. Look how good we're doing. He didn't focus on, you see, people think his response will be focused on how he was restricted by the Supreme Court and how he's going to stop them and try to change things and all that, and be upset about the actual decision the Supreme Court made. He's done one better. He spent most of his time talking about how well the country's doing based on the decisions he's been able to make. And without saying it out loud, he's basically saying the Supreme Court is trying to stop us. He said that some people in Congress are trying to stop us. And he's like, what I liked is he also said that the Democrats will always say no, which actually makes them look like they're the problem. And they kind of are in that respect. If you're going to say no to everything, how can you have any progress and then say it's someone else's fault? Because that's what they do, right? They'll say no to stuff. And then if it don't work out, they'll blame him. But let's be honest, with this Supreme Court decision, they're trying to put more powers in Congress's hands. So, like I said before, how can they then say it's all Trump's fault? Especially if it has to go through them with the tariffs. And they want more power, but then they want to still be able to blame the president for everything. I don't see how that's going to work. I don't think it's going to work this time, and I think that's what they're going to try. They're going to try that because they know what the tariffs and things are working. If they can stop now, the midterms are coming, and maybe that's another angle they can win at. And it's the same old stuff, people. Instead of offering a better product and improving on what they're saying and selling to you and doing better, they'd rather either demonize or stop the person that is trying to make America better and trying to improve things. That's what people often do. It's like the eagle and the crow. The crow pecks on the eagle, and the eagle flies so high the crow can't keep pecking anymore. He's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop. This ain't gonna work. Just have better policy. Have solutions. And your solution can't be we're gonna tax the rich because it notoriously doesn't bring more revenue. Because look at what's happening in New York with Mondami, right? He's now talking about more taxes, and not just for the rich. You see, here's the thing: when you raise taxes, you don't just raise them for the rich. Everybody be getting taxed. Everybody be getting taxed. And the rich will leave, and then even more tax gets burdened onto the middle class. It hasn't ever worked. It never will.